Hi there. Welcome to the Friday Intention. A beautiful day. So what I wanted to just say today before we start is we don't have to work hard at creating reality. It is quite natural for us to create reality. It's part of the way we're wired. We just have to get out of our own way. We have to purify ourselves by doing the work to self-heal, whatever that might entail. And the reality is created by focusing on love. So everything's a frequency. So the reality is really just a frequency that we emit. And we focus on love in the heart. When we find that, we operate from that. And it becomes just natural. There's no effort at all in it. So it's kind of just a little insight into what we're doing. It's a natural thing. We just get ourselves acquainted with it doing this practice. And it's not an effort. It's not work. It's part of our natural frequencies to create this beautiful reality. We just have to take out the toxic things that have gotten in the way in the meantime, negative patterns and past traumas and things like this. So we heal ourselves, and then we naturally just step into this frequency, this reality. We're natural emitters of it. Anyways, I just wanted to point that out because sometimes it feels like work, and if it feels like so much work, then it's probably not what you're after. So I'm hoping that everybody's feeling like I do when they do this practice, that it brings them to a place of peace, relaxation, comfort, security, confidence, love, excitement, anticipation, exhilaration, all these beautiful things, creativity. Yeah. So with that in mind, let's go into today's intention. If you could find a place for about 30 minutes or so where you could sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be great. So go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. So take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. You'll do just fine without them for about half an hour. If you want them back then you can have them back. And for the next breath, fill yourself up fully. Fill your lower abdomen first, and then your upper abdomen, expanding out your rib cage, your lower rib cage to the back. Really, really inhaling a full measure of oxygen, of breath, a life-giving breath. And then when you exhale this time, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, if you could focus on breathing light directly into your heart, and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Try to sense the energy. Use your visualization to help you. Good. And now we're going to focus on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness to your feet right now, I want you to just ask your feet at this time to simply relax. Our bodies are beautiful tools, wonderful gifts, and they're so ready and waiting to serve us. And sometimes all we need to do is just ask. Now you can feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. And then we move into our ankles, our shins, our calves, our knees, feeling everything relax. And as we move through each body part, I want you to feel everything realigned to its original blueprint of perfection that you are. So all pain and inflammation goes away, everything restored back to perfection. And then we move up to our upper legs, buttocks, pelvic area, hips. Feel everything loosen. And into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Feel everything soften. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Your neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we move our attention up to the skin of the scalp. Tension can hide here sometimes. So I want you to just release anything that's there, almost as if your ears could wiggle right now. And then we move into the jaw and allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And feel all of your facial muscles simply melt into a perfect pool of reflection and relaxation. And then we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. Moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our mind for all the hard work it does on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite it to have a seat on the couch right now and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. And we want our minds to stick around and be part of our council, but just take more of a back seat for a little while. Take a break. Now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts and they're usually rushing by so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elementals to help us slow them down and let them go. Start with the element of fire, and we can see the sun as that element. Fire is excellent for this purpose as it burns up anything and everything that's no longer necessary, purifying, so that we can be reborn of the ashes. And we call in the element of water. It is also wonderful as it retains memory naturally. And you can feel this water maybe is standing in the river and allowing that flow of the current to pull away anything that no longer is serving you, any baggage, any heaviness, any negativity, and just pull it down the river on the current. And you can just watch it go. Then we're going to call in the element of air, the wind, or the breeze past our skin. That's going to further help us by pulling away our stories that we cling to, our egos. Help us bear them away on those winds so that nothing is left but the pure shining truth. And finally, we'll ask the earth with its metallic properties, magnetic properties, to hold to it attract and hold to it any other thing that we need to release. Anything that we're holding on to, anything that is harming us, anything that feels heavy that we'd like to release, we can trust that Mother Earth will transform these energies to something higher frequency, to be seeds that will be reborn for new life. Now, sometimes we get carried away on a wild ride with our thoughts. This is pretty natural, so just so you know. The more practice you have, as soon as you realize it, just gently, gently bring yourself back to the present moment in what you're doing. Back to your breath. Just the practice of keep on bringing yourself back. The more you practice this, the more times you will stay and not get carried away on those thoughts. That's kind of one of the benefits. It gets quieter, more peaceful up there. Now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. And let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I would like you to feel this journey viscerally. So I'd like you to experience the feel of the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And feel the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And once you're on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it, maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all do this to protect ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open, maybe a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit, and brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. You see yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure, so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception now away from our physical bodies that we're very used to experience our energetic body or our light bodies right now. I'd like you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're floating there, kind of existing like a light cloud. It's very exhilarating, very blissful at the same time. Now, everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with this flow. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you first join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point, you will experience, on every level, that you are everything and everyone in the universe. They're also you. We're all one being, one consciousness, one light, all the same pie. Slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So go ahead now and envision yourself in the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having, in all its glorious details. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, at this, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks, color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your mental body full of clarity, your emotional body's balanced, and your energetic body's filled and complete. We can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so. That is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling really light, as if energetic bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, or the quantum level, everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's only a matter of focusing our intention and sending that energy out. Excuse me. Now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode right now. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. Most importantly, that we have the resources we need to follow our passions and dreams in life. Each of us were seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we also each have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay. Don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? I'm seeing all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution, living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together. Inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And intend this as is already done. It has happened. It has done. So say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's celebrate this incredible existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. And see us all at a big outdoor music festival, rejoicing, celebrating, all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. And I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing the smiles on strangers' faces, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something wonderful happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. And all of a sudden, the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment, it all falls away. And we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders, transforming in the atmosphere above us into the frequency resonances that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all the connections clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. It's such an amazing atmosphere to exist in. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. And now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out with your family, having a picnic, marveling at their glowing faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or if you're out with your dog, walking in the forest serenity, or you're having a laugh with your friend, or creating something marvelous in the kitchen, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to just stop right now in your shoes and look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. And just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd just like to connect with gratitude a little bit before we end. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this incredible life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. And thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. And thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. Most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and love, healing energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we're going to take your entire reality that you've created and build it up as a big energy ball in your center right now. In the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area, build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those amazing emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. I'm going to take a large breath in, build up that energy, and then when we exhale, we're going to release, share that energy with the world. Here we go. Build up that beautiful energy and release. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing and energy. Good job. I can just feel the concentric rings of energy spreading out, circling the entire world, causing all the other pockets of like frequency energy to light up in response, creating a sum greater than its parts, cradling us all in a blanket with peace and love, prosperity. So beautiful. Now we're going to wiggle our fingers and toes, come back into our bodies proper. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit too. Help come back. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling. Do you feel relaxed, calm, clear, confident, knowledgeable, intuitive, creative, whole, full of love, healed? Know that you can come back to this state of being at any time with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up at a moment's demand. It doesn't take long. Eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into it anymore. We just become walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune anyways with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing around us, because we can. We are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way. So thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded. All works, it's all good. So try those single conscious breaths of intention out if you've done this a few times, and see if you can bring everything back to create your state of being anytime, anywhere, and even before you slip into dreamland at the end of the day. Just have fun with it and just notice what kind of shifts happen in your life from practicing this. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the next intention.